If the life is a journey, it's like walking on the passage. The passage may go this way and that way. At the beginning, so much openness. It could be ocean, all different island and continent, and you can explore. That's how I felt. That's how I started, and that's how I explored. And I had real fun, making mistakes here and there, and changing the tack to go this way or that way. Relation to relation, or work to new work, hobby to different hobby, while addressing the health issues or financials, and then trying to live truthfully. That's the subject of life profile, having a balanced view of life and continue living. In meditation, one of the idea is as if to put yourself facing death and then meditate on that premise. It gives you a real sense of the moment to face death. And I think it's a very good idea because we may explore this and that and forget about dying and keep on exploring, having fun. That's fine. Well, I had a case of my friend who passed away at age 50, 51, maybe 52. He's a very good friend from college days, and I realized his death after he passed away 20 years after, because I was in the States and he was in Japan, and I couldn't communicate well. I wondered, but I was busy. Then I looked at the situation and thought of how he felt facing death. Maybe he thought about me, maybe he enjoyed listening to Beatles, and I'm sure he listened. So when I thought of him, I listened to the Beatles for a while, as if I was dying, and how I may have felt if I was in his position. In meditation, Kio Suzaki, I think was his name, Suzuki. Well, anyway, in meditation, a practice is facing death, as I mentioned earlier, and that gives you a sense of being here and now, facing death. And I think it's a very good practice. And then, as I age, and connecting all these points that I was talking about, after age 70 and 71 now, I thought about Basho, who is the Haiku poet, also a Zen monk. One of his book is called the Oku no Hosomichi, narrow path, or you can call it the deep, narrow path. As you live, and the passage may go narrower and narrower, at the end you end at the passage when you die. As in the case of meditation facing death, as you get older, you start to trim all the dreams, all the things that you did or you wanted to do, because you want to make sure that you make the most of your life. And I think that may force you to be very wise. I hope that's what's going on with me. Because you cannot do everything. You want to prioritize, maybe according to the principle of life profile I mentioned elsewhere. As your health may digress, is that the word? As your health may go down from one area to the next, maybe the mind, maybe eye, the joint, stomach, whatever the case is, you need to treat yourself well. Life is about living, making the most of what we've got. In the process, we want to explore it. In the process, we want to trim the things that it's unnecessary to live the best. That's the wisdom, the insight. All the unnecessary thinking, delusion, that should go away. All the unnecessary activities that may not generate any fun or anything to contribute, we want to cut it down. We want to have a calm and quiet, maybe peaceful mind so that we can make a good judgment in doing so. And the passage may go narrower and narrower because the limitation would be imposed from the health reason, maybe something else. And you need to be wise to find the passage. So that's the whole experience as you age. And you might as well think about it when you are young, because the death can happen at any moment if you're not careful, or even if you're careful, that happens. So, in my situation, everybody's different. In my situation, I'm cutting down all the unnecessaries, although I have so much interest in so many things in life. And if I look at my computer as an example, it just represents how much interest that I have and have accumulated, all the documents, files, videos, everything else. Sometimes virus would come with me and I spend lots of time to fix it. Nowadays, of course, need to clean up. We have to keep on doing it. Organization is important. I was talking about this in my book, New Manufacturing Challenge. Housekeeping and organization, to know where things are and be able to use it quickly. And if we cannot do it, you cannot function well in the company or in our life. So anyone who wants to master life should have such a habit. Also, we should be able to trim it unnecessaries from what you really want to do in life. So that's organization, and that's discipline. That's a reflection, learning from the mistakes, and keep on building that skill. As if you run your business, you run your life, satisfying all your need, and with others, customers, or suppliers that you can relate to, the people you are around, you interface with. And ideally, there's a connection to the growth, progression of human beings so that everything is aligned. From the individual, if you're working with a company or mini company, and to the society, to the nation, and globally, and for all beings. May all beings be happy, and we align it. I think that's the passage that we want to keep in our mind and live truthfully, utilizing whatever we got, eliminating the waste, appreciating the potential. Those are things I wrote in the books, and also talk about idea of use the brain, but listen to your heart and live with the mission. As you age, if you are not old but young, you can posture, think about it. As you age, the time becomes more and more precious because one day means higher percentage out of the rest of the time you got left in this world, on the earth. You might as well smile, enjoy, and not to be too obsessed or confined and deluded, but have a peaceful, calm and quiet mind to make judgment, to make the most of it. In the process, clean up the computer disks and files and mails and videos so that you can have the essence that you live with you. All the learnings we've got throughout our life, all stored somewhere, but we need to organize it and align it for the purpose and the mission that I talked about. Somewhere else I talked about the mission, Temme, the order from heaven, that we want to find. We need to have that kind of sense, I believe, so that there's meaning in what we do and what we can, connecting with others, including all the living beings and else. It's been a long journey for me. The mess I have created in the computer, I can take a look at it. I see it. I have a lot to do. And the passage is getting shorter, and the road I can travel is narrower and more limited, but I can enjoy the most of what I can. Basho, the haiku master, Zen monk, gave me the sense of appreciation of life. Maybe from the Japanese background, I'm so connected. Maybe the people with a new living environment that they have gone through with all the logics and the computers and the iPhone and everything else, they may not appreciate much with the surroundings like a monarch butterfly flying, or the cloud in the white cloud in the blue sky, or swinging leaves or the branches in the wind, or moving little ants on the ground. But as you face death, as you limited your movement, circle of influence, even the circle of how much you can see or think, we want to connect to who we are. We came thus far and keep aligning to move on the passage. Maybe narrow passage, deep in ourselves. We may need to button down the hatches from the external stimuli and preoccupied by something that may not have a good balance to what we can and should, facing the imminent death. But point is positively moving forward, utilizing what we can, having fun, and have smile as you move on. Keep that when we pass away. May all beings be happy. Well, anyway, that's my mind of thought, little wish maybe. Perhaps you can consider to live your life the best you can.